get into the news. This is your need to know basis. Okay, some news that made me go, this week is Maya Moore and Jonathan Irons are married. I know most of you are like, who the hell are Maya Moore and Jonathan Irons? Well, listen to this. Maya Moore is a 31-year-old superstar WNBA player who put her career on hold to help her now husband overturn a wrongful conviction he received at 17 years old. And that wrongful conviction put him behind bars for 23 years. It was revealed this week during an appearance on Good Morning America that thanks to the work of Maya Moore and her family, that they had gotten married. Now, many watchers were treating this as a happy ending, fairy tale story, innocent man, redemption, and he's finally free, and this should be turned into a movie. Wow, how beautiful. Now, me on the other hand, I would like to examine why a beautiful woman at the pinnacle of her career would choose to shackle herself to an ex-prisoner, innocent or not, okay? So, through my sleuthing, I have determined that Moore's family met Jonathan Irons through prison ministry. First red flag. Irons had been sentenced to 50 years in prison in 1998 after he was convicted of breaking into a Missouri home and shooting the homeowner. Wow. Now, Maya and Jonathan were introduced in 2007. She was just 17 years old. During a penitentiary visit, shortly before her freshman year at the University of Connecticut, where she became one of the most heralded women's players in collegiate history, Moore went on to win 4 WNBA championships, League Most Valuable Player Award. All the while, her and Jonathan Irons formed a close sibling-like bond. Now, she did not talk publicly about this friendship until 2016, when she began publicly advocating for police reform. And then in early 2019, after this hugely successful career, she stunned the sports world when she announced she would be taking a timeout from basketball, in part so that she could devote more time and energy to helping Irons mount this final appeal and get him out of jail. So Moore used her fame to raise awareness and, of course, her money. She funded the hiring of Kent Gibson, who is a highly regarded defense attorney, to handle Irons' case. Now, Maya Moore is also an evangelical Christian who has spent much of the last year ministering, and then it was announced that in January she was going to extend her hiatus for a second year to continue to help this guy get out of jail. And so not only would that mean she was going to miss her second NBA season, but also a chance to win a 3rd straight gold medal in the Tokyo Olympics. All right. So all this, I guess, wasn't for naught, because in March of this year, a judge ruled that prosecutors had suppressed fingerprint evidence in his case that would have strengthened his defense, and he was released. He was released from prison on July 1st into the loving arms of Maya, who was waiting there at the prison gate. Now, I feel I can speak to this, with a little authority, because number one, I watch Love After Lockup, okay? And I have also been in a relationship with a man who spent his formative years in prison, lest we forget, okay? I talked about this on a prior show, but I can say with authority, sis, that is not a catch, okay? I know people will say, Lauren, he was innocent, we can't hold it against him, but innocent or not, this is a man who has spent his entire life in an oppressive situation where you can't trust anybody, you don't have any authority over your life, not even when you go to the bathroom, okay? You also learn to talk a really good game, because all you can do is talk on the phone to people. You learn how to manipulate and hustle people for what you need and what you can get. And you also feel entitled to the help of people because of what you've been through. Not only all that, but your mindset is also that of the same as when you went to jail. So even though he's 40 now, the mindset is that 17-year-old that went to jail. So also, besides all that, he didn't even get a settlement for wrongful conviction like some prisoners do. So in sum, he has 0 life skills, 0 income, 0 resources, okay? So what exactly does this man have to offer a beautiful woman with money and social status like Maya Moore? What exactly is he bringing to the table besides knowing how to cook a gourmet meal out of a cup of noodles, okay? And she has been invested in helping this man for almost 15 years of her life, okay? So do you think that's gonna stop now? No, he's going to be her project even more now that he's out of jail. And the final thing before, because I know I'm going off, we have to talk about how religion plays into this, because truthfully, there is a lot of selflessness that is instilled in Black women by the Black church, putting this man, Jesus, as the head of your life, putting yourself on the back burner. And I feel like that's exactly what she's done in this case, except in this case, she's put this man, Jonathan Irons, in the front of her life. When Maya, it is you. You are the goddess. You are the divine being. You are the supreme manifester. Look at all the things that you've been able to accomplish in your life. Okay, look at your life. Why are you gonna set all that aside now? It's so confusing to me, and I hate that people are actually clapping for this. Simone, this was a lot. Tell me, had you heard this story? What do you think about it? What do you have to say?
Well, I feel a bit traumatized after listening to it, quite honestly. I feel traumatized and I feel tired for her. I feel exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the way a relationship begins is the way it ends. And in order to keep that relationship going, she's going to continue to have to do the heavy lifting in the relationship because that's the precedent that has been set. It sounds very tiring and exhausting, not just emotionally, it also sounds like a drain to her bank account.
Ooh, child.
Okay, which, so again, I don't know the details. I don't know the ins and outs, but I would be very curious how he plans on, like, what is it that he plans on contributing to the relationship at this point, besides just his presence, which really what I've learned from you is that it's about, the value is the woman's presence, and the man is supposed to be working for, hustling for, basically serving that. And it sounds like it's inverted. Unless she plans on continuing to make him the prize into the relationship, she's just going to lose more money and drain more emotional resources. And then the thing about it is, I hate to go here.
Go there.
You do all this and you save. There's no guarantee, because marriages especially, they're hard and they're a lot, and it's a lot of work. And so there's no guarantee. Like, it almost feels like she has done all this to prove this so that then somehow he'll repay it back to her. But men don't think or work like that.
Oh, child.
It could be very easily that she finds herself in the situation where her husband is cheating on her.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anywhere in this that she is his dream girl, because I can't tell you how many times, and I've been in relationships like myself, where deep down inside, we know we are dating someone who we are not their dream girl. So we feel we have to work. We have to prove something to them. So maybe they'll love us, but they're never going to, because we're not their dream girl. So I don't know if she is his dream girl, but if she's not, even after everything that she has done for him, she still may find her, because he sounds like he has a lot of free time. He sounds like he has nothing but free time. He could very easily all of a sudden, find himself in another relationship with someone,
right. Ooh.
Cheating, with her money in her house. So all that to say, it doesn't necessarily sound promising, because it's because of the role reversal. As much as we want to say we're forward thinking, advanced whatever society, civilized society, you can't really get past the way universal law is set up in terms of feminine role and male role. And it sounds like it's inverted right now, and she's setting herself up to be gravely hurt and disappointed. So.
We will be keeping an eye on this story here at I Am the Table TV.
We'll wish them the best.
I wish them the best. I'm sending my highest desire for both of them right here, right now.